So, first of all, from 1 and 2 equations, the first equation is of a plus b plus c equals to 1, and the second equation is of 4a plus 2b plus c is equals to 2. So, here a plus b plus c equals to 1, so which is the equation number 1, and the second equation is of 4a plus 2b plus c equals to 2. 4a plus 2b plus c equals to 2 is the equation number 2. Simplifying further, so here a's coefficient is of 1 and b's coefficient is also of 1. So, here c and c or coefficients are of each 1. Then now, so here in the first equation, so c's coefficient is of 1 with positive sign, and in the second equation c's coefficient is of 1 with positive sign. So, we have to, in order to eliminate c completely, we have to subtract. When we subtract, so we are subtracting the second equation from the first equation. The second equation signs will be changed, plus as minus, and plus as minus, here also the plus will become the minus sign. Here the sign is of positive, it becomes the minus sign. Then now, so here plus 1c and here new sign, that is minus 1c. So, here plus 1c minus 1c will be gets cancelled. Then now the sign of 1a will be of positive, plus into minus is of minus, we have to subtract greater minus least, 4 minus 1 is of 3a. So, since 4 is greater than 1, 4 sign is of negative, it assesses the sign of negative. Then now here plus into new sign minus sign, plus into minus is of minus, we have to subtract 2 minus 1 is of 1, so that is of 1b. 2 is greater than 1, 2 sign is of negative, we will be getting negative sign, then that is equals to. So, here 1 is of positive and 2 is of negative, plus into minus is of minus, we have to subtract 2 minus 1 is of 1. So, 2 sign is greater, so here 2 is greater than 1, so 2 is of negative, therefore, it has the sign of negative. So, here by changing the signs on both sides, by changing the signs of all terms on both sides. So, here minus 3a becomes plus 3a and minus 1b as plus 1b equals to minus 1 as plus 1. Therefore, the next logical step will be of 3a plus b, that is 1b, 3a plus b equals to 1. So, now 3a plus b equals to 1 will be the equation number 4, which we got from the two equations, that is 1 and as well as 2. Then now, from equations, that is 2 and as well as 3. So, here the second equation is of 4a plus 2b plus 1c equals to 2. Four a plus 2b plus c equals to 2 is the equation number 2, whereas the third equation is of 9a plus 3b plus c equals to 4. Nine a plus 3b plus c equals to 4 is the equation number 3. So, here we are going to simplify these two in order to eliminate the c, because whereas in the fourth equation, so here we have eliminated c. So, in the similar manner we have to eliminate c in these two equations, that are 2 and as well as 3. So, here in order to eliminate c, but c is of positive with coefficient 1, c is of positive with coefficient 1. So, here in order to eliminate this, positive must become negative. So, here hence we have to subtract. Since third equation is entirely subtracted from second equation, therefore, the signs of the each and every term will be changed, plus as minus and plus as minus in the second term, plus as minus, and whereas here also it is of positive, it becomes negative. So, here 4a is of positive, then now So here 2 is also of positive. Then now further simplification. So a plus 1c and now minus 1c will be gets cancelled. So thereby we will get in the next logical step as plus into minus is of minus, we have to subtract greater minus least. 9 minus 4 is of 5a. To assess the sign here, 9 is greater than 4, 9 sign is of negative, therefore it assesses the sign of negative. Plus into minus is of minus, let us subtract, 3 minus 2 is of 1b, but 3 is greater than 2, 3 sign is of negative, therefore it assesses the sign of negative, that is equals to plus into minus, minus we have to subtract, 4 minus 2 is of 2, 4 is greater, its sign is of negative, therefore it assesses the sign of negative. So here by changing the signs, of all terms of the equation, then we have, so here minus 5a we become plus 5a, then now minus 1b as plus 1b, that is b, equals to minus 2 as plus 2. So in this manner I got, so here 5a plus b equals to 2 is of equation number, it is of 4, now it is of 5. So here we have to simplify 4 and 5 in order to get a and as well as b values. So here from 4 and 5 equations, that is the fourth equation is of 3a plus b equals to 1 and the fifth equation is of 5a plus b equals to 2. Here, so this is of equation number 4 and 5a plus b equals to 2 is of equation number 5. By simplifying these two, so here b coefficient is of 1 and b coefficient is of 1, both are of positive. So in order to eliminate that b completely, we have to subtract. So here 5 is of positive, it becomes minus sign. So 1b is of positive, it becomes minus sign. So here 2 is of positive, it becomes minus negative. So 3a is of positive and 1 is of positive again. Then now plus 1b and minus 1 will be gets cancelled. Then now plus of minus is minus, so we have to subtract. When we subtract greater minus least, that is 5a minus 3a is of 2a, then sign of greater one is of 5, then that of 3, 5 is of negative sign, therefore 2a assesses the sign of negative. Plus into minus is of minus, let us subtract greater minus least, that is 2 minus 1 is of 1. So 2 is greater than 1, 2 sign is of negative, therefore it assesses the sign of negative. By changing the signs or by cancelling the negative sign on either side, you will be getting 2a equals to 1 as the next logical step. So here 2a equals to 1, then in order to find out a value, so here a equals to 1, say 2 is multiplied here, when it transposed over to the right hand side it becomes the division, so overall divided by 2, so into 2 on the other hand, so divided by 2, that is 1 by 2. So in this manner I got a value as 1 divided by 2. So let us substitute this value, put a equals to 1 by 2, or by substituting a equals to 1 by 2 in equation number, that is 4. Here the equation number 4 is of, so equation number 4 is of 3a plus 1b equals to 1. So 3a plus b equals to 1 is the equation number 4. (3a plus b equals to 1), which is nothing but the equation number 4. So here in it we are going to substitute this a, that is half 1 by 2 in this equation number 4. So 3 into a value, so a must be replaced by means of this half plus b is equals to 1. In order to find out the value of b, so here b equals to, so this 3 into 1 by 2, that is 3 ones is of 3 divided by overall divided by 2, that is 3 by 2 must be transposed over to the right hand side. Then now the next logical step will be of right hand side is of 1, 3 ones is of 3, that is 3 by 2, when it is transposed over to the right hand side it is of positive, when it is transposed over to the right hand side it becomes minus 3 by 2. Then now, so here b equals to, LCM is of 2, so we can cross multiply or we can write as a divide by 1, 1 and 2 the LCM is of 2. Then now here 1, so here divide by 1, numerator 1 is written as it is 1 number of times, or in other words when LCM is divided by means of the denominator, 2 divided by 1 is of 2, so into 2. or in other words 1 2s is of 2 minus numerator 3 is written as it is, then now 2 1s is of 2, or in other words when 2 LCM is divided by means of the denominator 2 divided by 2, it is of 1s, then or in other words 1 time. So here therefore we will get the b value as, so here 1 2s is of 2 minus 3 1s is of 3 overall divided by 2. The next logic that implies 3 is of negative and 2 is of positive, plus into minus is of minus, we have to subtract, so 3 minus 2, that is greater minus least, is of 1, 3 minus 2 is of 1, 3 is greater, its sign is of negative, it assesses the sign of negative, therefore b is of minus 1 by 2. So in this manner I got, therefore b value is of minus 1 by 2. So here in this manner we got a as plus 1 by 2 and b as minus 1 by 2. Let us substitute a and b's in the second equation, that is, or in other words we can substitute even in the first equation. The first equation is of a plus b plus c equals to 1. So here by replacing a equals to half comma b equals to minus half in equation number 1, but the equation number 1 is of a plus b plus c equals to 1, which is the equation number 1. Then now by replacing, so a as half, so a must be replaced by means of half plus of b must be replaced by means of minus half within the bracket, then now plus c is equals to 1. Then now the next logical step will be of, that implies 1 by 2 with positive sign, plus of minus is of minus, then now half written as it is, then now plus c equals to 1. This half is of negative and this half is of positive, so we can cancel plus half and minus half. So in this manner I got the next logical step as c equals to 1. Say here in this manner we got, so here a as plus half and b as minus half, and whereas c equals to 1. So we have to find out the quadratic function, but the quadratic function is of, but the assumed or supposed, but the assumed quadratic function is f of x is equals to ax square plus bx plus c. Then so we have to substitute those values, that implies f of x is equals to, a value is of half, that is half x square, plus b is of minus half minus 1 by 2x, plus c is of 1, then that implies half x square plus of minus is of minus half x plus 1 is the required quadratic function. So here hence the required quadratic function is of hence the required quadratic function is given by f of x is equals to half x square minus half x plus 1.